From the deep, dark reaches of Star Trek Online comes Nikodas and Grebog with another episode of Fleet Action Report.
Hello, you have found your way to Fleet Action Report, the show where we don't just play the game, but we teach you how to play the game. I'm Nikodas.
I'm still Grebog. This is episode 115, The Emperor's Will.
And I actually got through that whole thing without stuttering for once. I'm so proud of myself.
Yay!
We do have a guest with us. We do have a guest with us today. Mim, say hi, and you are welcome to do your traditional dad joke if you so wish.
Well, it is a special day. It's Talk Like a Pirate Day. So I have to ask, who is a pirate's favorite TNG character?
I had to guess.
Yar.
I was like, I know in Star Wars it would be R2-D2.
Ooh, we had some. There we go. That would explain the echo. I was trying to talk over the pirate there. And yes, it is International Talk Like a Pirate Day, so arr, matey.
I don't think I have the pirate trait. I am on the wrong character for that.
Ooh, I actually do have the pirate trait on this character. I got a bunch of them, actually. My whole crew is Nausicaans, so they all have the pirate trait.
Wait, I have some Nausicaan. So...
Right here. Pirate. So I suppose I'm on a good character for today.
So yeah, that's exactly why we picked playing KDF side. No.
On that note, for anybody who might be curious, and we'll go over this a little bit when we get to our this week in STO stuff. But for the record, there is not a superior pirate trait in the game, so don't waste those DOF tokens on pirates.
I already have some thought.
They're just as good as they are.
They are the best they can be.
Grebog, other than us like making fools of ourselves talking like pirates, how has your week been?
I've been having a grand old time with the Hasik here. I won't do that all night because that will kill my voice probably. Yeah. So I don't know why. Maybe partially because my recruit night, I have basically finished everything on all the recruits except for doing DOFs and Admiralty on most of them. That I have moved to doing the Seek on my recruit night when I stream. And it's gotten me into a bigger push on working on Hasik. So I've been... Every night when I work on Endeavors, I've been working on Hasik, doing the Endeavors, doing that. So I am pushing the Endeavor system a little further along. Though it still may take me 3 years to get to the end of it, but we'll get to that in some of the news and stuff. And outside of that, I don't know. I've been playing a lot of Hasik. WoW, I've been raiding, still doing the Fated raids and such. Having a grand old time there too, but it sounds like because we're hitting kind of the end of the expansion, rather than push, grind like it's all progression, I think my guild is going to cool it down a bit here in the next couple months, so that way we have fun, we get a break from progression before the new expansion comes out. And that way people aren't burnt out, but come time the expansion rolls around and then have to try to... Because every time an expansion rolls around, people try to push, go. And we would rather have everyone in the guild be... Maybe not have... Like, if they do decide to push, go, they'll still be having fun, and it won't be... Oh, I just got done with one grind. Now I'm into another grind, you know. So, I've thrown a bunch of undead monsters at my D&D players.
That was fun.
So they haven't met some of the wavering packs that are out there. They are in. I guess the closest example would be a Walking Dead style area now. Though it is not just zombies, though. There are other things. There's skeletons, ghasts, ghouls.
Zombies and skeletons and ghasts. Oh my!
So, yeah. Yeah. I keep busy. I don't know. That's my week. I've been having fun. What's your week been, and what have you been up to there, Nick?
I've been playing the pirate game. Yeah, and I'm not gonna do that the whole stream either. But so I don't know if, probably not intentionally, but I've been spending a lot of time on Destiny, and currently the theme of the Destiny season is pirates. So the armor they're giving out for the seasonal rewards all looks like pirate type equipment, and swords and old style firearms and that sort of stuff. It's all designed around a pirate theme. And I've been playing that enough now where I'm only missing one piece of the gear, which happens to be the hat. So my warlock over there is actually sporting a set of robes right now, and she has a cutlass strapped to her back, but it's down at her waist. So it's one of those weird draws that you sometimes see on movies and whatnot, where the pirate draws from behind him. But it's weird. It looks cool though. And I've my warlock is themed in purple. Typically, purple and pink are the colors that I use for her outfit. So, like, her sword that I was just talking about is this bright, shiny pink. And the rest of her outfit is more, let's say, calm colors. It's still purple and pink, and there's a little bit of gray in there, and even a touch of gold. But most of it is purple and pink, and it just makes me laugh every time I see it. I'm very curious to see how the hat looks in that color scheme. So we'll see what that's like when it gets to it. But outside of Destiny and STO, I have not been doing a whole lot of gaming this week. Even when I went to work on this past Saturday, I took some games with me and wasn't able to play them. Usually we are alone on our weekends and we sit in an office for 12 hours, so I have plenty of time to watch shows or play games or whatever. But I actually had a partner this past Saturday, so instead of doing that, I was actually out, like, doing tours and walking through buildings and all the stuff I'm supposed to be doing. So that was interesting for a weekend, but I'm a little disappointed I didn't get to do more gaming. The rest of the week has been pretty tied up, so it's been Destiny and STO, and that's pretty much been it. Mim, would you like to jump in here real quick?
Well, for me, I for a few days there, I couldn't play anything reliably because my power supply went kaput.
Could have been worse.
Oh yeah, thankfully. Thursday, I ran a bunch of y'all on this character through TFOs, just getting y'all levels. Otherwise, I've been playing, just a little bit here, doing TFO, or excuse me, patrols, not TFOs, and playing Oxygen Not Included. Otherwise, and this new game on my phone called what's it called again? Oh, Lower Decks.
I was wondering if you were going to bring that up. I have not downloaded Lower Decks yet. Is it fun?
It is a idle game that wants you to spend money on Latinum. It's a good idle game. If you are really into it, you can progress fast with the Latinum. But if you're not, you're just gonna have fun.
That's fair. All right, well, let's move on to this week in STO then. So something we do not have on our list because it's not actually new for this week is the upgrade tokens. I just want to talk briefly about this, and I can't show you because I'm not on a character that I've upgraded anything, unfortunately. But we did discover that Pirate does not have a superior version. However, the photographic memory that the Cardassians have does have a superior version. It's not a huge boost. It goes from a 1.5% damage boost to a 2% damage boost, and it's like 1.5 accuracy and 1.5 defense. Both of those also go to a 2, so you get a 2 accuracy and 2 defense. So it's not a huge boost, but if you have nothing else to use that token on, Cardassian is probably a good option. Mostly, it really seems like those tokens are designed for ground combat, and once I saw some other streamers talking about it and kind of looked into it myself, I agree it's kind of a weird thing, because they want you to spend money on this, but the use is limited because you're doing BOFs, so it's only good on ground story missions, because ground TFOs you don't take your BOFs, and anytime you team up with a partner, usually the other player will replace at least one of your BOFs if they don't bring their own. So it seems like a weird thing to raise, because most of what you get, like, you can get a ground trait, you get an extra ground equipment spot, you get an extra ground device spot. So it's just weird that they want you to spend money on something that has limited use in the game itself. So yeah, there was even one of the other streamers even said, take the free token, put it on somebody you use on ground, and pretend like they don't exist after that.
Well,
I don't know. I don't know what else to think about it. It is a little weird. Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, and from my understanding, at most, it will help you do running ground missions. The reason it won't help you doing ground TFOs is you don't get to take your buffs with you. It's you and 4 other players. Your bridge officers. This token solely helps ground. Now, there is an exception to that. Let's say you have some Romulan operatives, that non-superior Romulan operatives, that you could use those on to turn them into superior Romulan operatives. So you don't have to spend any extra money. It would basically take real money to, instead of in-game money, to convert them to superior Romulan operative. But
that could be good.
Outside of that, it's a little weird.
The only thing I can really say that would be absolutely good for is Tovin Kev, because every Romulan character that gets made gets Tovin Kev as like their first bridge officer. You cannot delete him. You cannot dismiss him. He is stuck on your crew, and he has Romulan operative. So you could boost it to SRO and actually use him in a tactical spot. But outside of that, I don't know. Like I said, if you have nothing else to use it on, throw it on a Cardassian. You do get a boost to your damage that way. But that's all I got.
Yeah, my thing was, like, the only thing I see is potentially for turning Romulan operatives into superior Romulan operatives. Otherwise, it will help. Yeah, it'll help your ground team. So at most, you'll do 4 tokens and you're done. Your ground team is done.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, I guess use if you do a lot of ground missions, or if you run around on Nimbus with your by yourself a lot. Hey, I guess you do get to take 2 of them with you when you run around in the Voth battleground. So it could help there too. You could do your 2 primary buffs that you take onto the battleground there.
And just really briefly here, I went through all of the fleet holdings and looked at all the new DOFs and BOFs that were added to the game. I did not look at the Admiralty ships real close, but I looked at the DOFs and BOFs, and overall, I wasn't overly impressed. I mean, when they said that they would have desirable traits, I was hoping for things that would be potentially comparable to SRO or potentially comparable to some of the really expensive DOFs in the game, like 27 of 47. They're not. They're not. So if you already have like all your bridge officers are SROs, you're good. You know, you might as well not even look. But some of it's really expensive too, which like they want 500,000 fleet credits, which is a lot for some of these characters, and I don't feel that that's really worth it. That's just my opinion. You do you. Okay.
And
I think that's go ahead.
With some of those duty officers, the very rare is a carbon copy of the rare version that was already in the store at a cheaper price. The ability they gave them, exactly the same, has the exact same percentage boost it does. So I don't know if that was a oops copy and paste or if that is intentional. But if it's intentional, then it's definitely why buy the very rare when you get it cheaper with off of the just the rare copy.
I bought the cheap one from the thing and then upgraded it. It's like it's got everything now, and I paid super less.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird thing they did. But anyway, enough about old content. Let's go to new stuff. So this week in STO, they did release some new content. There's a mission called Eye of the Storm and a TFO called Stormchasers, and both of those are going to be featured here in this show shortly.
And as those were released, they made them part of an event called The Emperor's Will, which is what we also why we named the episode as we did, because by doing these two new items, we will be doing also the event. So in the event, you have until the 13th of October to complete. You need 20 completions to get the special reward, and the reward this time is the Terran Somerville scout ship. The preliminary reports from what I've heard is it looks to be like it should be a pretty decent ship, especially for a free one. So if you don't have a decent science ship, this is probably one that will be right up will fill a spot for you, because it should be a pretty decent one to have. To get the completions, all you have to do is there are 4 missions, episodes here that you can do, which are all part of the Terran Gambit. Then you have the 4 Terran TFOs, which you got the new one, the Stormchasers, Forged in Fire, Iupiter Eratus, and Counterpoint. So if you love blowing up Terrans, this is the time to do that.
And just FYI, you can do Jupiter Eratus as soon as you're level 9. So if you're brand spanking new, you can start as soon as you finish up your tutorial stuff.
Yeah.
So in this same content drop, so we got the event, we got the new mission, new TFO. They also kind of stealth increased the Endeavor cap to 750. And somebody did the math and figured out that if you are a brand new player to STO and you're going to hit Endeavors really hard as soon as you have access to them, it can take you 3.5 years to get all 750 points. So get started on that.
I mean, you have 3.5 years to go.
And then it's provided the game's still here in 3.5 years, which I certainly hope it is, but you never know. The other thing is they took 4 popular consoles and rebalanced them, which for 3 of them meant a pretty severe nerf. For the other one, kind of a buff, sort of, not really. So you can find all that information on Augie's page, and we'll link that here. But yeah, so pretty big nerfs to some of those. So if you use any of those named consoles, you might notice a reduction in your damage. Yes, that is working as intended.
The
And that's
devs
it.
do feel that doing 240k damage is a lot, in their opinion.
Oh, and I should probably mention, let me pull up one more thing here.
While you're pulling that up, they did remove temporarily the Tour the Galaxy quest, the daily, but they're adding it back in technically tomorrow, and they've added new destinations for Alpha, Delta, and Gamma quadrants. You can gain even more rewards if you can go fast enough.
Go fast.
Where was that at? They're doing a giveaway. There it is. I found it. So Alienware is doing a giveaway. So if you go to alienwarearena.com, you can find it, or there's links on our Discord. There's links, a lot of the Star Trek, like Facebook pages, social media sites have it linked on there. So you can find it. This giveaway has a Mirror Universe Agony Field Rifle, an Elite Services Pack, and a small XP boost. So if you are just starting out, or you made one of those temporal agent recruits, this would be a really good thing to toss on that character.
36 bags and 36 bank slots. Can't complain.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's done. Let's get to our primary target, the Emperor's Will. We're going to run the episode Eye of the Storm. Now, I will tell you guys before I get into this, just in case we have people watching, spoiler alert, because we're going to play this mission and it shows who the Emperor is. So if you don't want to know, you haven't seen anything yet, probably shouldn't watch. But go ahead and transwarp out here, guys, and we'll get this started.
I think we're all here.
What difficulty do you have this set at?
Oh, yeah, touche. I even have that in the notes that I need to fix that.
Ooh, please, only normal.
It is on normal. We are good.
All
All
right.
right. Beginning, Eye of the Storm.
Oh, hey. It just said, hey, are you sure your team's starting this? You want to join?
I was hoping it would do that, but I didn't know. I mean, a lot of these missions where you don't play as yourself, they won't let you do it as a team.
Aboard.
So I'm glad to see that this one can.
Lita decides to grace us with her presence.
Has everybody ran through this?
Yes.
Can I just go through everything really quick?
And the stakes.
Go for it.
That way
I'm just summoning
spoil
Terran people, officers, onto the bridge.
Because somebody has their sword. Okay, beaming back. Chat, chat, chat. She shows up. She has a plan. Chat, chat, chat. Beam back.
What is her plan?
Yeah, I wonder.
Everyone's reporting in. Final
Actually, it
preparations
wasn't
are wrapping
a terrible
up, and the
plan
Enterprise
for us,
underway
that's
soon. Prepare to get underway.
I'm assuming me pushing
It's
through
good
is
to see you
causing
again.
all trouble.
What do you mean?
Looking forward
just
to a rematch for the
progressing
Terrans?
fast and-
I know
Oh,
we
that's
are.
all I've been doing too. We're good.
Okay, just making sure because I
Can't
I
shoot a
know
fleet.
y'all
Intel
may want
vessels
it
are
on the
standing
stage.
by to generate the portal to the mirror universe.
Nope.
The honor is yours.
We're
We'll open the portal
we can
on your
somewhat
mark.
avoid spoilers.
So I heard, because of this new Endeavor app boost, an idea. A way
Yes.
to sink some dilithium.
Oh yeah, to use dilithium to buy levels.
Yeah, to buy the perk points, so that way players can catch up, one, and two, they might be able to help with the dilithium sum.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Attention Terran forces.
So much for diplomacy.
Tilly, Lita,
Looks like they're
and
going
go
for
get
our
them,
intel
boys.
ships.
Naturally, Terran captains will be looking
Watch
for
out,
a
they
big
hit hard.
kill to impress the Emperor.
Right. Let's make sure we deny them that
Yeah,
opportunity.
well,
Good luck with that, Captain. For them, it's go big or go home time.
So do I, though.
I found when I did this the first time I was on Simon, I did a Gravwell. All of the enemies and the entire map came together, and because they all started blowing up, the warp core breaches killed everything. Like they all It was a cascading explosion.
That would be really cool. I
Assist
kind of
Admiral
wish I would
Lita.
have brought a character
Juno,
with Gravwell
Turing,
now.
fall back
Status
to protect
report.
the intel
What
cell.
just happened?
Oh, that's right. You do have it, don't you?
Acknowledged, Enterprise. Moving to defensive position.
They're
Oh,
really
that
hurting me.
That might be why we
Have
got
to
to the
get through us
cutscene so
first,
fast, which I
Enterprise.
should probably go past because I was just sitting there for some reason.
Ooh, that hurt.
Yeah.
We're taking heavy fire, diverting power from
I
the
got
portal
right in the
device
middle
to
of those,
shields.
so they really had a reason to attack me.
Something's happening.
There we go.
Alone.
Yay.
Understood. Hang
And
in there,
now we're getting
Khonshu.
down.
Help's on the way.
This honestly should be easier
I'm flattered, Captain, but we both know
as
the real fight's inside the other.
with 3 of us
The big
here.
cheese himself.
It did
Oh,
let
yeah.
me skip
All
the
you need to
cutscene.
do is keep him busy out here.
And there was your spoiler right there on the loading screen,
Well, I mean,
unless you weren't paying attention. So
everyone that's been playing this game, yeah, you've seen that load screen.
that's like I had
picking
I
up an
had a
energy
forum
signature
post. My
nearby.
advertisement for the
It's
show
repeating,
got
like a
deleted
signal.
off one of the Facebook
Someone
sites
wants our attention.
that I advertised
Check
on
it out,
because
Inquisitor.
of spoilers. And I'm like, I didn't post anything. I didn't give anything away. I didn't
Making a
say
bridge
who
for
the
us?
Emperor is or anything like that. So what spoiler deserved for my post to be deleted?
The bridge?
Interesting.
Apparently,
Yeah.
the
Us?
admin was afraid that I would start a conversation, and
Loaded
in the
with energy, hard to
conversation
clear
there
reading.
would be
We need
spoilers.
to get closer.
But yeah,
and
if
scan
you're
it.
playing
Keep
the
your-
game, you're going to
Hey,
see the
try not to
cutscene,
get fried
or
by
you're
those
going to play
power
this
nodes,
mission,
Inquisitor.
Yeah,
That would be just
poop on him.
terrible.
or you're going to see one of the umpteen bazillion advertisements for the show
Is it just me, or was that a little
that
too
has already
easy?
been, all over the
Countermeasures.
internet.
Destroy that drone before it undoes your work.
2 notes down.
I
4 to
will
go.
say them not having these on auto fire is one of the bigger poops.
Oh look, another
This is actually a
drone.
little
Take
weird
it out.
because I have not ran this with a group yet. So having 2
We're
people
halfway there.
like
Sound
actually
off if you see
focusing
another
on
one of those
the
annoying
drones and one person activating this is making this go a
2
lot
more to
faster.
go. Keep at it.
Yeah, well, because we're activating so fast,
Just one more left.
There's a lot more of them. Yeah,
there's a lot
I
more
see that.
drones, and my game is starting to lag.
That's not a good thing.
And
Especially for the
realize I
stream.
didn't turn audio off.
We got a something. Let's see if I can get it. I got it. Ooh, that hurt. I got caught in that explosion. Ah, there. One of them got down. I got it.
All down.
We have one.
Yeah, we gotta get those repair drones down. Looks like there might be more of them since we're in a group as well. There's a repair drone up.
Well done. Deal with the remaining drones so we can move
Okay,
on.
we got it.
We're on it.
Yeah, there are so many drones that my game's having a problem a little bit.
I'm
You
working
have
on
a
it.
drone, and you have a drone, and you have a drone.
Trying to get the weak ones down. Okay, I think I got them.
Good.
Yeah, now we got to get out of combat so we can discuss.
As I predicted.
Track the
There we
engine
go.
room, the control pillar. Right over there, Inquisitor.
All
I will
right.
say, I really hope they learned with this
Stay
what to do
vigilant.
next.
The Sentry's gonna appear out of thin air.
They must have heard you.
Well-
Inquisitor.
I just
Deal
played,
with the new arrivals
on my
quickly.
Lobby, I just played the Klingon, thing. It's like all they did was put a hologram thing on top of you. It's like, just do that next time, please.
Oh, because we're not playing as ourselves, we're technically playing as the Inquisitor. Yeah, I don't know. They've done this quite a bit at this point in time. I mean, in the old mission arc, we played as Jaula. Even before that, though, even in the regular vanilla version of the game, there were times where you were not in control of your own ship. Usually it was ship, not character. but like they're
The
one
other
of
has
the
locked
Klingon
down
war
access.
missions.
Get started, Inquisitor.
You take
Everyone else
over
get ready to
a
fight.
Klingon
The
ship,
other
and then
won't
you're
take
flying
kindly
that
to
ship
our
as opposed to
intrusion.
your own.
Take
In
out
the
that
Dyson
defender.
Sphere
It will
missions, you're
reverse our
almost
work as long as
always
it's
flying a
fully
different
resistant.
ship beyond your own. I don't know. It's kind of a weird thing that they like to do. Personally, I'm not a fan of it. I would much rather, use the character and the ships that I've spent time on and built up, and it flies and plays the way I want, and the bars are all set up the way I want. I can't even move things on this character. Like I would love to move the two attacks that this Inquisitor has onto a different bar so that it works from my spam bar. But I can't even move things. Even if I pull up the little window here and try to drag and drop,
Get
it
started
won't
on the
let
next
me.
one, Inquisitor.
So I can't move things. I can't use my spam bar on this,
Second
and that's
breach is
kind of
underway.
annoying too.
Take out the defender as soon as you can.
And it's just one of those. That's what I'm thinking or hoping. They've learned like people don't like this as much.
Well, I mean, you would think that, but this is not the first time they have done this, and each time
people
they do it,
complain
they get the
every
same
time.
complaint. Yeah. Sorry.
We're in agreement here. And my biggest issue, I think, is the Inquisitor is in the mirror universe. Why is he so incompetent to create a ground build and still alive?
Yeah.
Well, because apparently all of them
Lock
are
2
just
is
as
out of
bad,
commission. Only one to go.
except the Emperor, who seems to be using cheat codes.
The final lock hack.
There,
has
I'll
started.
just like
Watch out for the defender.
summon a wave of death.
Oh, I thought that was them.
I'm an engineer, so I get waves of death. And
I really
turrets.
thought that was. I thought that was the drones doing that. That was funny.
I can do something with my mind.
So your
What-
science?
Yeah, agonize or brain scramble. But I
That's
can't do
Powers they gave each class is so I don't know. Interesting, I guess. Whatever.
I have a grenade, or I have, weaponized dark matter, which is like a grenade, and overwhelming fire support, which summons drones.
The turrets
And-
don't. I
The
get
last
turrets
lock has
and
been
the
taken
beam.
out. We're in.
See, there's my drones. Since I can't put it on a spam bar, I keep forgetting to pull it up like I should.
I'm just
If I could stick it on a spam bar, I would have them out all the time. Okay, we're good. So as soon as we get out of
Move
combat,
out.
we will talk,
Get to the next island before the other can regroup their
or
forces.
somebody will just go through the talk, and we'll come over here.
By the way, I will say anybody watching this later on or whatever,
Looks
you
like
say
the other
you
has
do
set
that
more pawns, Inquisitor.
one phrase.
Deal with them.
No, I don't
As you
respect
command, Majesty.
You know, I was actually going to do that too. I was going to do that on tonight's stream and was talked out of it. So
Yeah, it is a disrespect to Will Wheaton.
Well, and I get why he is so sensitive to it. I mean, if you get yelled at while you go down the street, enough times, eventually it's just like, okay, get over it.
that's true of a
This
lot of
act-
things, though.
We'll wipe.
I mean,
You
there's
heard the Emperor.
anything
Protect
that gets
him at all
repeated a lot kind of loses its flavor. So I get it. I never really realized that it bothered the actor as much as it does. So I'm guilty of sharing
That
that
didn't take
or
long.
talking
Light 'em
about
up.
it. I think I've even mentioned it on stream in one of our other shows
Watch your
before.
flanks. They're coming in from all
Obviously,
sides.
that was before we knew his new position, but still. I never knew it bothered him. I really didn't.
Well, I mean, from my understanding, he did get a lot of hate mail during his time on TNG because people so disliked his character because of the way Wesley was written.
Well, I never understood that either. Because, like, I read reports and stuff about those days, and people were like, a kid shouldn't be on the bridge, and this, that, and the other. And you know, maybe there is a little bit of truth to that. I mean, in the modern day military, there's no way that they're going to let kids onto a service vehicle as it's on a mission, you know? So I get that. But at the same time, Starfleet is a family-oriented organization. Ooh, I'm going down there.
We may need to withdraw before.
So they have families.
No!
Sorry, go ahead.
Unacceptable, Inquisitor! We will not withdraw!
Okay, and now he yells at us because we failed him. For what it's worth, though, there was another child actor on a different sci-fi show that went through the same thing. And it actually caused him to commit suicide.
Don't keep the Emperor waiting.
Here's my
Inquisitor.
thing.
You're in enough
I
trouble as
get
it is.
not liking a character
Don't forget
for whatever reason.
We'll see about that.
Don't take it out on the actor.
And
I agree.
Maybe they are such a good actor that they are doing what they've been told so well. That is why you dislike the character. There have been characters, like, I've watched some actors that I'm like going, oh wow, I normally really like your characters. This time I really dislike your character. You are clearly doing an amazing job here.
Yep.
I mean, there are times that you're meant to hate a character.
Yeah.
Don't bother. I've already run a scan. I'm reading a dangerous buildup
It
in the
wouldn't be a
island's
party
plasma
without
injector
the
systems.
drones.
There are...
Yeah.
Okay.
Avoid the heated tiles.
Okay, so here we have to eventually shoot little things to stop the overheat. There's control rods.
Yes, and we actually have not been talking about that at all. Hopefully people have been paying attention as each islands, and we're going to go over this again too in the TFO, because this is essentially the TFO. And this is another one of those things where they took a part of an episode and turned it into a TFO, and I am going to...
We have so many of these big beams.
Yep, I'm down. We need to... There's... I forget what they're called. Let me find them. There's some that... not the summoners, that will paralyze you. Not the hunters. What is it? Let's get rid of these summoners. The summoners are the ones that get the beams. If you take the summoners out, the beams will go away.
There's one to go. Take it out.
Okay. Let's not do anything remotely like
Yeah,
this again.
I went down too.
Ever.
There's just a lot of enemies. Probably because we're on a team. So I had to look up the information before I could share it. The actor was Jonathan Brandis, and the character was Lucas Wallencheck from Sequest DSV, who had a very similar character design to Wesley Crusher. He was kind of a child prodigy, very, very intelligent, very good with technology. Okay, so even with all the drones, we actually made good time coming through this.
Oh yeah. I will also say with Will, from what I understand, his parents pushed him into being an actor. It was not his original desire. That's what made I think it really hits harder, is that it punishes him for what his parents wanted.
Yeah, I get that. Unfortunately, a lot of kids go through that. Actors and dancers and
Pageant
gymnasts.
kids. And...
Yeah.
Though I will say I love Will because he has taken his mental illnesses and troubles and ran with it and survived and done so good.
Get her!
Okay.
And here it is.
So I'm gonna. Oh, I can't skip this one.
Machine
All right. I guess
within
I'm
the
not gonna
god.
skip this one.
It skipped it.
Really? I'm not even getting the little bar showing up. Yeah, I cannot. Oh, there it went, finally. Okay. Now I can help with the fighting.
Fighting
So
is like kissing, but there's a winner.
This was... I think everybody wins for kissing. So this is an interesting boss fight. So you've got Lita here flying around, shooting fire at people, occasionally turning invincible. And you get all these drones flying around. This was difficult solo, even on normal. And she's got me targeted. I gotta break her line of
You also were running it elite, so...
Well, at first, yes. Yes, I was. That was an oops. I will not make that mistake again.
You're the only person I know that's completed this on elite.
Oh, I didn't. I didn't beat it on elite. I got this far, and it was during this fight that the server crashed. And then I had to go to work, so I did not beat it on elite. When I got back from, actually it was the next day when I reran it, I did it on normal.
Steel does as well, Goofball? I know there's Alienware as one. I will have to...
I need that. I need to find...
Terran Emperor Odyssey outfit.
Is that on their website, or is that on the Steel GG or whatever, the app?
Digitized everything and everyone, including him.
So if you didn't know, right now when Lita goes all paw wraith floating in the air, hide. You will target somebody and just annihilate them. That's where you use these big pylons that are floating around, or not floating, standing around to hide behind to get line of sight.
She's back again. We can shoot her.
I've been focusing drones and letting you all handle Lita.
Trying to do the drones here as well.
I mean, there have been times I've taken some shots at her, but I'm trying to keep the drone population down. Someone needs to spade and neuter these drones.
Let's see if I can hit her with my abilities here. Maybe that will help.
Let her burn out.
Oh yeah.
Then hit her hard.
Oh, she's immune again.
And right above my head.
I'm done with you.
And she was targeting me, so you're good. I'm
You
gonna go
know
back
we
to
need to
shooting
stop him.
drones now. And she's shooting me again.
Remember your oath, Inquisitor, and who you serve.
You just have to break her line of sight. You can even hide behind the Conqueror down there.
No one is above the Empire, Inquisitor.
Yeah.
Not even the Emperor.
It's not V'ger, whatever it's called.
I want to say Conquistador, but I know it's Conqueror.
Yeah, but I mean, so V'ger was Voyager, but he had shortened his name to V'ger. So I just wonder what Conqueror would have shortened it to.
Conky.
Take her out!
From now on, he is forever known as Conky. I am so going with that. Come on, where are you at? There she is.
She's raised her shield
Okay,
again.
got her.
Look, we're done.
Apparently, we're beaming out.
Another cutscene.
Skip.
Yeah. We talked about the Alienware. We didn't know about the Steel series.
We're going to have a shot at helping Ilea reach out to the other.
Something is wrong.
And Gravwell.
Warning. Ship is under attack. 4 shields failing.
I was reading, so I got behind here. Alright, so I am back in the fight. Let's do it. This guy
And they
is
all get
almost
pulled to center.
I'm back in action.
This guy is almost as good at killing stuff as Katis is.
Unfortunately, I picked up a few strays along the way.
I have gotten pretty
DeSoto to the
decently
fleet. We're not going
geared
anywhere
with
while
this,
the
so
Acheron's around.
Defend the intel ships and concentrate fire on the Acheron.
I am a bit squishy.
Reading more Terran reinforcements
Calling
arriving.
friends in.
Weapons hot.
Acheron's going down. And that's the ship that was invincible in the last story.
Well, I mean, it had plot armor.
Ah, yes, the invincible
We made it
plot
back.
armor.
Barely. Most of us have.
Oh,
You're
right,
right.
cutscene.
Oh, not.
Oh, and
I was
here we
watching the explosion. Okay, now we gotta go do the debriefing.
also the Enterprise bridge, very nicely done.
Yeah, I'm not
They have this
sure
giant
if I liked...
view screen,
I
windows
really-
on
I'm not-
top, window up in the front.
I'm just not sure if I like that view screen.
As I said, the conflict.
Oh, the jumbotron back here.
Like if it could raise up and you could just look out the window, I think I would like it better.
Especially if
Who
you're
says
not-
it can't?
It doesn't look like it. I mean, I suppose it could, but it doesn't look like it just with it sitting there. Okay, cutscene again, and that is the mission. So we went through it really quick. We were purposely skipping the dialogue. If you haven't ran it yet, it's worth running at least once, even if you run into some difficulties like I did. Okay, and I got the outfit box. Let me go ahead and open that. Okay, now we're going to run the TFO real quick. Let me queue us up for that. Stormchasers. Oh, wow. Instant pop. Wee woo?
Wee woo.
Wee woo.
Okay. Just checking.
When this first started, I don't know if it's still this way. I would have to check my inventory. The outfit was
The other is locked. There
something you
are
could drop
6
on the
islands.
exchange.
Yes. You must destroy 7.
Oh, now that's interesting. I mean, why would you want to, though? I mean, why would you want to buy it?
It's bound
Everybody
to character.
gets one.
Some people, well, as painful as some people felt that mission to be, but
I
now
suppose that's
it is
true, but-
also bound to character. So they did change that.
I mean, to be fair, though, you could always get a group to run it with. So, and you still get the same rewards. All right, here we go. Oh, no, we don't. That's right. This is a really long briefing, and I have not understood that.
According to the devs, I heard them talk about this. Reason they put such a long briefing is because they wanted you to actually go through and read and learn what you're supposed to do before you get started, versus having to figure it out on the fly.
That's fair, I guess. So I am on the Steel Series website looking at their giveaways. Ah, there's Star Trek. Oh, they also have Destiny. Wow. And Guild Wars. Interesting.
10 seconds.
I see that.
Here, we get to have our equipment.
The others'
Well, it is
counterattack
us.
has begun.
I mean, we're
Prepare
not
for
playing the
combat.
Inquisitor anymore.
A data port is open on Island Alpha. Hack it to take data from the other.
Oh, so here's an interesting thing for you guys. Anybody watching the show here who wants a unique ground weapon? I almost said Hisik, that's your character. Syrian here is actually using a fully buffed Nanopulse Staff Rifle, which is a mission reward. I really like this thing. It hits fairly hard with the basic attack, but the secondary fire mode is a AoE sniper shot that disintegrates things. I've had a lot of fun with this weapon. There we go. So as you can see on these, we're running around destroying these heat sinks, causing the platform to collapse and stop overheating itself. Once we get all these done,
I just wanted to be like, let's. I get what they're trying to do, but that's heat sinks. I guess if you, I don't know, well, it's fine. Everything's fine here.
Going to the other side now.
I'm following.
Oh yeah, so I went the wrong way. I just saw this drone up here, but I actually went the wrong way.
Has been destroyed.
So on them, there's 6 total of these areas. 2 of them get activated at once, and you have to solve both. You can either split up and have 2 people go to one and 3 people go to the other, or you can go as a whole group. Either way is fine. There's no time limit on it. You just have to get both resolved before you go to the next one. And then you have a boss fight. So this is Guardian 1.0. The king of the drones, and he's down. So on the mini map over here, you can see 2 green circles. I'm gonna go off this way.
I'm going to Zeta.
Grebog and I are going to Beta over here. So you've got that side. And this is going to be the same thing in the mission we just ran, where there's 6 of these pillars. When you activate one, it enables you to activate the next one, starting in a clockwise position, and drones will get summoned.
Oh,
I got splatted.
Grebog, if you want to keep an eye on repair drones, and I'll go around and activate these.
Sure. I'll try to keep the summoners under control too.
A drone is moving along.
Third pylon is activated.
Beta and Alpha. Destroy it before it reaches the other.
Anchor drone. That's what the ones that paralyze you are called.
That should suffice. Move on to the next step.
Okay, we just got to keep the repair drones under control now. All of them are activated.
We're done. That information
I think we're done.
Okay, yep, we're done. We're ready to go back to the middle. And we get to fight Guardian 2.0.
Yep, they got an upgrade.
Guardian has arrived.
Yeah, really quickly.
Stronger than the last.
Now we got sentries
You
on
will
us.
be upgraded.
Its data did not reach the other.
There he is, and I'm down. Somebody want to grab me?
Whoa. Where are you down? There you are.
Oh, somebody's using the portable phaser cannon. I love that thing. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm using Shaq's cannon.
I've got the
I
disruptor.
believe I can finish soon, but the other is
Okay,
waiting
we got
for
our
the
last
Guardian.
2 activated now.
One
We can
last
Delta.
come
pair of
over here.
islands to get its attention. I have opened a data port.
I'm going
on
over here by my
island
walker.
Delta. Find and hack it if
I
you
am
can.
apparently following, I don't know who.
A drone is moving along.
I'm with
islands
Serena.
Epsilon, Zeta, and Alpha. Stop it before it reaches the other. The drone has been destroyed. Its data did not reach the other.
Okay, so this one also from the mission we just ran.
Looks like I'm the only one
You
who-
come up to the center platform. There's going to be a pillar to activate, and then these red lines start turning to blue. You can only do one at a time, unfortunately. But once that is done, you can start. Oh, actually, I'm wrong. We got all three of ours going. So you can start more than one. You just get more drones to deal with.
So by doing that, we can go to the other platform and help out.
I'm not over there.
Well, the other thing to note is on these platforms, everybody can actually stay in the middle. Most weapons have a range that you can protect all three areas at once, and we're good. I'm going to move to the next area. Jumbo Romulan mollusk. That sounds appetizing.
Nom nom nom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mollusks.
we're here, guys.
I'm working with here, bud.
Wait a minute. What is going on here?
Well done. That information will prove useful to the
That's
Alliance.
weird.
But
Well, the little pillar, the console, that's what it was. The little console was lit up. Not just these pillars. Kind of made me wonder if we were on the right platform. Uh-oh, something got... Okay, here we go. I got 5 done. 6 will be activated shortly.
with all of us here, we're basically keeping all the drones back without no problem. Yeah, it's just
Move on to the next task. I am almost finished, but I require assistance with the third Guardian.
Yeah, I see that. That was actually kind of cool. We're ready to go after Guardian 3.0.
Enemy targets on sensor. Flanking damage detected. Personal shield losing power.
I got this anchor drone. Ooh. Almost walked right into that red
The
beam.
drone transferred its data to
And
the
he's
other.
down.
That
Once you defeated
is
3.0, we're done.
The Emperor
There
is
we go.
aware of our
So it's not
presence.
terrible for a
He is
ground TFO.
mobilizing a security
You just gotta
force we
kind
will
of pay
not
attention to
be
what
able
you're
to
doing.
defeat. We must
kind
withdraw.
of.
We have
Kind
got
of.
precious time for our allies, however.
Kind of,
Their
sort of, maybe.
defense efforts
Alright,
will
I'm
be
leaving.
stronger as a result.
Let me pull up the show notes here. We do not have a secondary target today. As you can see, this ran us all the way to midnight.
After midnight.
Do you have anything you want to talk about the fleet?
Acadia fleet is moving closer to completion. We are dilithium mine is like 7 projects ish on one tier and about 11 projects on the other. So we're closing in on being done with the dilithium mine. We already have a tier 1 starbase. We are closing in on tier 2 here relatively soon.
Yay for tier 1. We just need those officers. I need to go back to our officer show notes and see what I can find.
Yeah.
Okay.
What did I ask you for?
Do what?
The one I asked you for a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, that's the best way.
All right, so next week we are going to do an episode on expose and exploit. We're going to teach you what it is, why it's important, and how you can improve it. I think that's it. I don't think I missed anything, right? I'm good, Grebog?
I think that's much everything.
Well then,
have fun, play game, new stuff's fun.
come join us. All right, I will leave you guys with my usual farewell. See you out there.
If it harms no one, do it. Protect the weak from the strong.
Long and prosper, buddy.